Alright, and welcome back to more Blaster Master Zero. This time we're going to be taking a look at the extras. We got a good bit to go through. We're going to start with, well, really we should be starting with Blaster Battle Mode. Blaster Battle Mode is basically 1v1 co-op battle. You and your co-op buddy now get to battle each other. You can play in either top-down mode or side-view mode. So yeah, that's there. I don't want to show it because I can't show it because I don't have anyone to play with, and I'm not just going to show off the AI. You got Boss Blaster mode and co-op Boss Blaster mode. This is the Boss Rush. Let's just go ahead and take Jason in with us so we can show it off. So this is the central room for Boss Blaster. You get this big old room. You get 4 little squares of sub-weapon refill and also main weapons. Now, you can really only get 2 per visit to this room. This here takes you, after a loading screen, takes you to the Sophia area. So you get to fight the bosses that Sophia fights. So that would be the Mutant Core, the Skeleton Boss, Central Gear, and Ribaroll. We've already battled all of them. I'm not going to show it off. Now, while these may respawn whenever you come back, they do not have any more upgrades in here, so you are very limited. You cannot access your pause menu in here. So you got, if you want to switch, you have to hold down L1. And there's no talking to Eve. So if you really enjoy talking to her, sad to say you can't do that here. So you have all the bosses here from Mother Brain to the Mutant Lord. So yeah, and you got to do this all in one, I say one life, but one kind of save. This is like a quick save. You cannot save your progress here. Every time you defeat one, you get respawned here, and these blocks will refill, and so will the upgrades. So that's good. And every time you die, these get refilled as well. And I believe you leave off, you come back with whatever you last had. Anyway, yeah, so that's Boss Blaster mode. You're also timed on it. It's nothing special, really. On to the next one, which is yeah, let's tackle EX Character Mode. EX Character Mode is the DLC characters that came with Blaster Master Zero. I've got 3 of the 4. We've got Gunvolt, we've got Ekoro, and we've got Shantae from Azure Striker Gunvolt, Galgun, and the Shantae series. The only one I do not have is Shovel Knight, which that's just a me thing. And if I remember right, yeah, Gunvolt and Ekoro come with the Steam version of Blaster Master Zero. So you get this game, you get these 2 characters from the start. So let's start off with Gunvolt. I'm going to be doing some odd cuts, but let's just go ahead and get started with Gunvolt. Let's just use save slot 10. Now entering Area 1. Oops. 1 sec. Sorry about that. Wow, voice crack. Right as we come back. That's just great. So, as Gunvolt, you get back in the Sophia 3. You do not have any of your upgrades as any of the DLC characters. And you can see that Gunvolt is very different from Jason in terms of his weapons layout. We'll get to that in a sec when we get to top-down section. So each of the characters has their own color scheme for the Sophia 3. And also their own health drops too. You do not have any maps, so you're basically playing this from start all over again. I kind of wish you could do unlimited mode with this, which we'll cover in a second. Anyway, you do not have to worry about fall damage. As you can see, Gunvolt jumps pretty high up himself. Yeah, none of the DLC characters suffer from fall damage, so you can go a little crazy. So, on the side-scrolling view, Gunvolt's attacks are his pistol and electric shocks from his game. And you even fall slower when you're using this like little area attack. Your SP gauge or EP gauge, whatever, refills automatically. He can crawl, he can do all that stuff like Jason, but his stuff really comes into play once you get into the dungeon. So here in the dungeon, you have Gunvolt has his own little skills. That's what I meant to say. He's got a Dragon Sphere, which is a close-range plasma sphere. So basically, it's an electric ball that's close range, and it does a good amount of damage. You got Galvanic Patch, which is a healing move. Heals some of your health. And then you got Luxcalibur, basically a giant sword. We can show that off real quick. You get these nice little cut-ins, and it also counts as a grenade as well. I don't believe the little weapon drops count as anything, and Gunvolt's SP gauge, as you can see, there refills on its own, so you never really need any upgrades. So yeah, just like in Azure Striker Gunvolt, you can target an enemy with your little pistol and then electrocute them with the R1 move. And so now for strafing, Gunvolt uses the X button. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to Gunvolt. Also, you already know Flash Field, which is the R1 button attack, the one where you target with the pistol and then Cerberus, and then this projects lightning around you and shocks any enemies that has been targeted. Prevasion is his other skill. When you're not using Flash Field, any attacks, as long as you have EP, you will just dodge the attack. You won't take any damage. But you have to you have to have EP. B, you can't be using Flash Field. So be careful with that. As far as I know, I've not played through too much of Gunvolt's section in EX character mode. But I think this is pretty much all you've got to work with. You might get one more thing, because I do see that there is space in the skill list for something. I do plan to do like a kind of like a playthrough for for the EX characters at some point for Blaster Master Zero. But speaking of other characters, let's get to the other characters. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, and we're back. I decided to not bring the tank with me. So here's Ekoro's tank. It's pink and blue, just kind of like her color scheme. Ekoro's from Galgun, a game I've not played. But anyways, she can fly or float for a second or two in the 2D, in the side scroll and stuff. Again, she does not take fall damage like, just like Gunvolt. And also, basically any explosions turns into hearts. I don't really get it. Then again, once again, I've not played Galgun. So let's get into her 2D stuff. For her 2D stuff, she's got dual pistols, so you get 2 little shots firing from both her little pistol attacks. For her sub-weapons, she has a homing shot, which automatically homes into anything on screen. She's got grenades, which also stun enemies. And also, she's got a drop kick. Now, I don't know the invincibility frames of this drop kick. So... Oh, and there she goes. Little too reckless. So yeah, that's all I know of Ekoro is the drop kick. Drop kick, the grenade, the homing shot. Again, if these characters have extra stuff, I don't know about them yet. So yeah, that's Ekoro. The one I have the least amount to talk about because I've never played the game. Anyway, on to Shantae. Alright, and we're back. Time for some Shantae. Her tank is purple and pink, kind of like Shantae's colors, except, you know, no skin color, whatever skin color she's got rocking. She's got a pretty default jump. I think it's about the same as Jason's, so you're not really getting much height with her. Again, she doesn't take fall damage, so all good there. Her main difference is that she doesn't get a gun. She's got to whip everything with her hair. So she's got to be pretty close by. Also, while you're in the 2D sections, if you press triangle, if you're using PlayStation controller, you dance a little bit, and you turn into a monkey. The monkey can climb walls, and that's about it. It can't attack, as far as I know. Who knows? Maybe maybe it can if you get a later upgrade or something. I don't know. But you also can't climb ladders, so that's a bum. Anyway, onto the 2D sections with Shantae. Like I said, she used her hair to attack, just like in her main games. For her sub-weapon, she has magic, so she has a fireball, which has got pretty good. Yep, it reaches all the way across the screen. She's got an electric cloud. I don't know the versatility of this thing. We'll probably see whenever I do that Let's Play for these characters. And she's also got swords that surround her. Now, these swords don't run off of time. Is not a charge thing. You keep it out until you stop or you run out of magic. And as you can see, it looks like Shantae's not regaining magic all that quickly. But also, Shantae can dance and turn into enemies. Regular mutant. Press triangle to transform. She also has elephant, which can break through walls. So yeah, the weapons that Jason would get are Shantae's magic refill. And I've heard we might be able to show this off. And also, all the characters have sound bits from their games. But I hear you get Mother Brain as a transformation, which is kind of odd. Anyway, so yep, that's Shantae. So hopefully one day I'll be able I'll get around to doing the EX characters. Maybe Shovel Knight 2, and I'll go more in depth with him. I don't know how he plays cuz never played Shovel Knight game. The Shovel Knight game. And I just didn't get the character. I just got Shantae with the game. So yeah, on to the next mode. It's time for Destroyer mode. Destroyer mode features powered up mutants waiting to take on Jason and Sophia 3. On top-down view maps, enemies can only be damaged by using certain guns. On side view maps, defeating enemies creates extra damage. While the challenge is greater than normal mode, if you saved the Earth once before, you should be able to do it again. Enjoy this tougher adventure. Let's just go ahead and do this. Anyway, so Destroyer mode is very special. First of all, it's a completely new playthrough of the game, so you get all the cutscenes. Also, Jason and Sophia get this gray and gold color scheme. You don't have any of your upgrades from the main game, so that sucks. And on top of that, like the game says, in side-scrolling view, you take enemies do extra damage in that they create a little shot whenever they die. But they also take more hits to die. Now, for the shot, it only goes after where you were when you killed the enemy. So if you were up in the air when you killed it and you fall to the ground, the shot will go up in the air because that's where you were when you killed it. So yeah, this game is a lot harder. And also, like it said, for side-scrolling views, enemies can only be damaged by certain weapons. And also, grenades are not affected by that. Your sub-weapons, from what I understand, are not affected by that limitation. Except the game is much harder. I'm not going to go too in-depth of this mode, because this mode is super annoying. So, on to the next mode. The final mode is Unlimited Mode. Unlimited Mode lets you start off with the Sophia Zero. And with the Sophia Zero, you get everything. So you start off with the Acceleration Blast. It also has that really quick charge time. Remember that? Good times. So yeah, you have all your upgrades, you have all the maps, but if you want to go back to Area 9, you do have to collect everything. You have to go to each dungeon, get the maps, get all the sub weapons here, all these main weapons, all the maneuvers, the operation mode, all of them. Jason only really starts with his sub weapons and the energy guard. Thank goodness. Also, Eve, if you talk to her, so this is Unlimited Mode. You can freely explore all of the areas while aboard Sophia Zero. However, in order to get to the final area, you have to defeat all the bosses and collect all the upgrade items and area maps. You must defeat the multi-dimensional overlord that awaits you at the end. Got it. Gotta make sure I search these places top to bottom. There's no real point. And also, by going to Area 8, as you may have seen from when I was there, what I did was I went straight to Area 8 and just fought the final boss there. So, that's a good way to get the normal ending, especially for those who are doing what I did. Just editing in the normal ending before I start the extra stuff. So yeah, that's Unlimited Mode. And that conversation with Eve, I believe, is the only conversation she'll give you, unless you're like in a boss fight. I'm pretty sure she'll give you like, you know, the boss tips. But this is Unlimited Mode. You've already been in the game. You really don't need them tips. So, with that will do it for Blaster Master Zero. I believe I already... This has been recorded like a week or two after I recorded the finale of Blaster Master Zero. But next, for my next project, I should, unless something changes, be taking on Super Smash Brothers for the N64. I'll see you guys then.